Whether you're shooting serpents from your wrist or freezing people at sub-zero temperatures, or perhaps calling yourself being one of the gods, in fact, and fighting alongside a reptile, or in fact a little action figurine looking like Cyrax, who looks like something from McDonald's, from the Happy Meal. I come free with every Happy Meal. You know, there isn't a doubt in anyone's mind that the Mortal Kombat franchise has left a big taste on the fighting industry. And to be honest, it's a series that has been like that, wavy, up and down. It's had its good games and its bad games, but it's the characters that really stand out, as a matter of fact, isn't it? Many of us can say that I remember this character, remember Scorpion fighting Sub-Zero, you know, yellow and blue, Ice versus whatever he is, or Cyrax and Sector, you know, red android versus yellow android. I really did like the first few Mortal Kombat titles. In fact, my favourite Mortal Kombat is actually Mortal Kombat Trilogy for the Nintendo 64. The characters were pretty well balanced, sort of. The gameplay was really awesome, the music stood out to me, and I really enjoyed that specific version on the 64-bit. When it was on the PS1, however, I noticed that was something different, other than the loading and everything. I noticed a few soundtracks were a little bit different. I didn't really like that. And the loading times between each, you know, fatality and brutality and babality and whatnot. Anyway, so after playing so many Mortal Kombat games, since probably Mortal Kombat 3, probably when I very first played it, certain characters have always been in my mind, and say I used to really like these characters and fight with them mostly. So who are your top characters for Mortal Kombat? You know, who is it? You know, I think on the N64 version I was really good with Cyrax, who's the yellow android. I like Sector and Smoke, you know, basically good old androids there. I used to like picking Raiden. Kano? Nah, not really much of Kano. Jax was alright, I liked him, you know, especially because he's a black character. I like characters that, you know, are black as well, giving him some awesomeness. I really liked Noob Saibot. He stood out to me as one of the ninjas. I don't know his background or his past. He's just a shadow ninja who really stood out to me, other than Ermac, Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I really like being Sub-Zero, you know, I like ice powers, and he really stood out to me. Blue, done deal. I liked him. I really enjoyed picking Cabal. He was pretty good. His techniques were amazing. His speed and everything. He's really good. Kung Lao, he was pretty cool. See, each of these characters, you know, you can have a vivid imagination of how you want to portray them off the video game realm scene. But basically, I don't want to go into that. In fact, I feel like I'm going off track here. So, from any Mortal Kombat game, which is your favourite characters? You can name as many as you like, for any specific reason. But I won't say which ones my favourite are, because it's really hard to choose. You know, I've really got to go in depth between each character I liked, being which characters I don't, I can just throw them out the window. So I've got to stick with the characters which I like the most. Whether I've been good with them, or I like their design, or I like their backstory. I'm not basing my opinions off the movie, just the games itself. I really have enjoyed the majority of them. So, I am Dr. Virtual, the Retroholic, and as usual, my friends, may retro games live on.